Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today for a very late Alliance War video from Season 28. In this war we were going up against PALO, and I'm bringing in a team of Doom, Claire and Red Hulk. And we've got a few interesting fights this war, but first fight up is just Vigorous Assault Tigra. So at this stage it's towards the end of the season and they keep sending these compensation packages, so you're going to see a lot of 3-minute boosts active. Used a power start one here, not necessary at all, but might as well use it if I've got it for added safety. And yeah, there's really not a whole lot to this matchup. It's pretty much just a single Fury Cycle fight, and that's pretty much it. And the special 2 will finish her off. The next fight up is another pretty simple matchup. It is against an Annihilus on the Masochism node. Believe we still have the power start 1 boost active here, so we can just special 1 right at the start of the fight, and that will nullify his control rod so we can parry more freely. And yeah, there's not going to be much to this. Just need to keep an eye on Masochism, make sure he's not nullifying our shocks with it or anything like that. And again, it's just going to be a Doom cycle. So you can see there, Mystic Dispersion was nullifying a lot of buffs and giving us a lot of power back. So I did a shortened cycle into the special 1 so I didn't get pushed to 2 bars before using it, and the special 2 finished. This next fight is against Jabari Panther on Strike Counter Fury and Armour Up. So the plan for this fight is mainly just going to be to cycle special 1s and 2s. We have a White Magneto pre-fight active so we can parry freely. But yeah, we just want to try and avoid her getting many Furies active here. Power Start 1 is just going to help us to get to that first bar of power. 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion, obviously going to just help us maintain power with the armour up that keeps coming back. So the Ensnared debuff is, I believe, reducing ability accuracy, but it is also giving us some free willpower healing. Here we go for a special 2. I probably should have held that for another combo just to get a bit of extra power. And yeah, she has just entered the hunt, which means that my dexterity will fail, and also that she is stun immune. There I do let her get a fury, which again that sort of stemmed from throwing that special 2 when I was barely over 2 bars of power rather than throwing another combo before. So throw a special 2 here, and yeah, it's a bit of a longer fight because we're not really getting into any sort of Doom cycle here, but there's not too much risk involved. And yeah, this special 2 should pretty much do it. So yeah, pretty safe matchup for Doom there. Now moving into section 2, we have got a Rhino on Ebb and Flow Intercept. Now this Rhino is only rank 2, I've taken plenty of rank 3 ones here with Doom before. It's a very low threat fight overall. Rhino, he pretty much can't get any damage through to Doom. So the plan here is to start by building up to our special 3. You'll notice I'm going for 5-hit combos regular without a heavy attack, and that is just to sort of keep him close to me after the combo so he won't go unstoppable and potentially unblockable. Now that he's backed into the corner, I'll go for more heavy attacks, get the staggers up, and his fury will just feed us Mystic Dispersion. So yeah, we're going to go for a combo here, shortened because of Mystic Dispersion, into a special 1. There I was trying to intercept him with a special 2, but for some reason I dashed back instead of just throwing it, so we didn't get the ebb and flow intercept protection down, but still, he's halfway down after a minute. It's a really basic fight. So just building up to another special 3 and trying to basically just repeat that process. This time his power was a bit too low to actually get straight to 2 bars from that, so it's not really an issue, just go for a combo. Again, he didn't dash into the intercept, but it's fine, the Incinerates will finish him off. So the next fight up is going to be against a Nova on ebb and flow intercept, and yeah, this is the fight again that I've done plenty of times before with Doom. It's another really low threat matchup. Nova, again, similar to Rhino, he's just not really going to be able to deal much damage to Doom, even if you do mess up quite badly in this fight. So this node does have Mighty Charge, which I don't really think helps Nova at all here, to be honest, because his first medium attack can't be parried anyway. I think you'd probably be better off swapping Rhino and Nova in terms of placements. But yeah, we get a nice early intercept off here, so we're going to get some pretty good damage in. We do manage to get the special 3 off with the Fury from intercept active, so this is going to deal some pretty good damage now. But yeah, there's pretty much nothing to this fight, it's just really basic Doom. There, I believe I had a Mystic Power Boost on active here. I'm not certain because this war was quite a while back. But yeah, we just went for 1 hit into the special 1 there because we were already so high on power. We get another intercept off, and yeah, this is just probably one of my cleanest and quickest fights against Nova here. And yeah, this special 3 finishes him off. So now we're moving on to a Nick Fury on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Mighty Charge. Now I have taken this fight a couple of times before with Doom. I've taken it before Mighty Charge was here and it is Redoubled Determination. And I have also taken it once when Mighty Charge was here. But for that fight I had a White Magneto pre-fight so I could still parry his dash attack. And immediately we get off to a pretty bad start. The invulnerability boost is consumed right away. And yeah, so this is not a great matchup overall, but it is the doable fight with Doom. Here, I believe I'm trying to either get an intercept off or just lower his charges. Yeah, just lowering his charges. Now we go for the special 3, and the Doom combo will push him over 20 tactical charges, so we don't have to deal with any unblockable. So now we're just going to keep hitting and go for another special 3. Trying to get an intercept before it, but didn't work out, and then I just decided to throw off the special 3 rather than try again for an intercept, because my invulnerability boost has been consumed, and Nick Fury, unlike the Rhino and Nova before, can significantly damage Doom if he goes for a light ending combo. So again, that's a lot of the plan for this fight, at least in the first phase. We are going to be going for the special 3 when he is relatively close to 20 tactical charges, and that will sort of completely allow us to ignore that cycle of unblockable. Here it looks like things are not really going to work out in terms of that timing. So I'm slow playing it, going for a lot of reparries just to lower his tactical charges again. Try and build my power up without allowing him to go unblockable. Keeping him below 11 so that his special 1 isn't unblockable. And yeah, now we've got back to our own special 3 and can just go for another cycle and push him over 20. But yeah, this fight is going significantly slower than when I've done it before because his AI is not played into really any of my intercepts. And I haven't landed any intercepts, just like non-forced ones. But yeah, he's going to go into his second life pretty soon. And we are still looking in a good shape here. About 3 minutes in, there's not really any threat of timing out. Now, the ebb and flow intercept protection does annoyingly also lower the degeneration in his second life, so it is going to take quite a while for him to get down to 30%. So here I'm basically just waiting it out. I'm hoping that I can land an intercept, then combo into special 3 and finish him off. We land the intercept early, probably should have held off for a bit here, but I assume I was just going for the special 3 so that he didn't get a chance to go unblockable with his special 1. And yeah, he's at 11 tactical charges here. Go for a combo, special 2, and this should pretty much finish off the fight. So yeah, definitely not my best fight there, mainly just because he wasn't playing into intercepts, but still got out relatively cleanly, and the only hits that were taken was right at the start. So now we're moving on to Red Hulk's 2 fights of the war. This is a man thing on the Vigorous Assault and Safeguard mini-boss. So this used to be a really common placement during Stubborn, but I don't really see it that often anymore. Basically, the main reason he's here is because when he's below 50%, activating the special attack gives him a regeneration buff, and that regeneration buff will cause him to go unblockable. So I've opted to use an invulnerability here, and once he's below 50%, I'm not really going to bother actively baiting any specials. Just push him up to special 3. Go for our special 3 here. There is safeguard, so we're not going to be dealing much damage from the special itself. We do get that incinerate up, and that's ticking for 1.7k. So now he does have his special 3 active, but we've got the invulnerability boost, and he's already down to 20%. Red Hulk overall is pretty good for the safeguard node because his heat charge damage somewhat bypasses it. Still, because it's based on the hit damage, it's limited by the 1% hit damage. So you're dealing about 2.8% at 10 heat charges. But still, that's a lot better than most champs will do. And you'll see this is a relatively quick fight. So the next fight is a placement I really do not understand at all. It is a thing on the Hazard Shift Stun Immunity mini-boss. And we're going to be taking it with Red Hulk. This is just a very generic thing fight. As long as you can just fight thing in general, there's pretty much nothing that this node really adds to it. So yeah, using Red Hulk, just completely ignore the Hazard Shift node pretty much. And the only thing here is just managing his rock stacks. Up to push into a special 2 here just because it's sort of quicker to evade. Generally he does throw it a bit more freely than the special 1 in my experience. Side managing rock stacks, spacing is the only real threat in this matchup. There I opt to go for medium light medium and then a double medium just to make sure he goes over a bar of power before he hits 15. And yeah, he's already down to 40%, less than a minute into the fight. Just need to bait out another special. believe I was holding my special 3 basically for if he was going to hit 15 rock stacks well below a bar of power, I could sort of leave him at 14 and throw the special 3 to give him basically a full bar, but didn't end up needing it, and we're just going to use it to finish him off. And now we're moving on to the highlight of the war. This is a Super Skrull boss, and we're using Black Widow Clairvoyant here. So the two best counters for this are Symbiote Supreme and Claire, probably. We are very heavily boosted at this point. And yeah, basically the plan for this fight is I want to be cycling mainly special 2s, but you're going to see we do end up getting too much power at some stages. I ideally want to be in the Incinerate mode just for the extra damage. I'm running 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion, and as you can see, the amount of power that we're getting at the start of this fight before we stack up to 20 Clairvoyance charges is just a bit out of control. The other thing to worry about in this fight is the falter. So basically whenever that triggers, we're just going to want to tap his block. And another thing that I did practice a few times in duels to just sort of make sure that it was viable was basically punishing a heavy attack while the falter was active with a medium, and then immediately throwing our special 3 from that, and you are going to see that later on in this fight. Here I'm at my special 3, and yeah, I was waiting for the falter to trigger so I could do that medium into special 3 just to get rid of that falter cycle. The special 3 does barely any damage. I think he probably had a pretty significant stack of armors before it. Yeah, he's got quite a few armors, so the special 3 was limited. But we are now in the Incinerate curse, which is where we want to be. Which, yeah, it did take us quite a while to get into it, just because if we were going for full combos at the start, we were just getting pushed up to special 3. There we get it off with the Death Touch from special 3 active, so the burst damage is doubled. And yeah, so far the fight is going relatively well, but now we are finally sort of in the rhythm of it. We can cycle these special 2s a bit better. And yeah, pretty much the only way that you can sort of die in this fight is either him getting to a special 2 and then tanking it, or messing up with the falter. So we basically just need to keep his power relatively low and keep managing the falter. Here I go for a special 3, which was probably a bit of a mistake because he was relatively high in terms of the first bar of power. But thankfully it doesn't look like we're going to get punished for it. Trigger another falter. And go for a special 2 again. We've got the double damage active, and at this point just need to launch one more special 2 and the fight is over. And yeah, we did end up winning this war relatively comfortably, I believe. The screenshot for the score actually can't be done because when I'm recording this it's already expired, but yeah. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.